I'm Eric Stark here with the Low Post with Lancaster Catholic state champion Lancaster Catholic head coach Bruce Harbach, and you're well tan right now. Last time I saw you was in the winter after a big snowstorm when you won the league title, and you're a little bit more clothes on, a little more stress after a long season. You look refreshed, ready for another run here. What's the goals for Catholic this year?
I think our goals always remain the same. Stay healthy, obviously. Win. Have a winning season. Stay healthy. Win a section. Going to districts, win districts, going to states, and win states. And, fortunately last year all those goals were complete with a great football team. And, this year we have a great football team coming back, too.
I should say I'm here at the LL League Media Day, and you're going to get hit with this question all day long, Bruce. What do you do for an encore? Can you guys compete for a second state title?
Well, obviously the kids think so. Obviously the coaching staff thinks so. But, we have some big holes to fill. And but I'm very pleased at the way we come out of camp at Millersville a couple weeks ago. I'm pleased the way the off-season workouts have been going, especially in the summertime. We've got a look at some new kids to fill those positions, and right at this point in time, I'm happy where we're at.
We were talking before we started filming this. You got how many guys coming back this year? And it's interesting for me to see how Catholic has grown as a program over the years. That now it's not just competing for a section title; it's district, state you talk about. But the amount of kids you got coming out, they've bought into this program, haven't they, Bruce?
They sure have, and that's a tribute to our junior high program. They do a great job down there. Bruno Schmalhofer and his staff do a great job down at the junior high program, and keep the kids interested to come out. We lose some kids, we gain some kids. We're high 60s, low 70s right now as far as numbers go, which is great for us for a AA school. And the sophomore class is probably the largest that we've had out. There's like 36 kids in that class coming out. Very, very talented, along with the rest of our team. But our goal is, to compete and compete and win a section. No longer is a 5-5 record acceptable Catholic. The bar's been set, and these kids know that, so we're going to go out and compete.
Talk about the guys you have back, but one of them that you're missing, Kyle Smith, is a hard guy to replace. Who are you looking at there? I heard there's a couple options for you, quarterback.
Right now we have 3 kids competing. We might make use a little bit of maybe Reese McCall at some pistol or whatever we're going to call it at during some point in the season, but we basically have 3 kids competing. I think the forerunner right now is Sean Gibbons because of the experience he had last year when he replaced Kyle Smith. Then we have John Rhoda, which is a senior, and we have Matt McCaffrey, which is a sophomore. That's getting some work in there with our kids, but we're real pleased with their development. Obviously, there's some work that we have to do with it, but he'll be thrown to a very, very talented bunch of athletes out there as far as wideouts and running backs go.
You other guys graduate too. You're bringing about 6 back on offense, 6 on defense, depending what packages you have in there. But you keep saying that to me, that you have a talented group back. It's funny how these guys have bought in, but also they've learned from the older kids that have won, and now it's sort of neat to watch how these guys it's not rebuilding, it's just reloading, isn't it?
Well, you look at last year's group. These seniors, these juniors, that'll be juniors last year, that'll be seniors right now. The past 2 years they played in 31 games, and that's 2 seasons. That's 3 seasons wrapped up into 2, which gives us a lot of experience as far as playoffs go, as far as winning the section goes, as far as what needs to be done. So they have a lot of experience coming back, and I think that transcends down to our young group, and they've bought into that this is a tradition right now. This is what we expect at Catholic. And we're going to go out and work for it, and these kids have done a great job. As far as experience goes, there's nothing that takes nothing like game experience, playoff experience for these seniors right now, and they've done a great job. Give
me a couple other names of some young up-and-coming guys, or if I'm a fan of Lancaster Catholic, who are some guys that maybe I didn't hear of last year, they're going to make a difference this year?
We have 3 offensive linemen coming back out of our 5. Michael Meck, a senior. Adam DiPietro, which is an outstanding football player, he'll be a junior, and then we have C.J. Rudy to be a senior. So those kids will take over the line, and we have the 2 other kids, Mike Sveditz and Anthony Giuliano, played a lot last year, so they have experience also. Now we're looking at Charles Schweigert at wideout, Ben Lorette, Brandon Hollister at running back, Roman Clay at running back, Andrew Long at tight end. So it's multi-talented. Trevor St. Clair, is the type of kid that Reese McCall that we can put running back, different parts of the offense and different parts of the defense that we want to put in there. We'll change our defense up at times during the course of the season, but offensively, we're going to basically do what we've been doing. Maybe not throw the ball down the field as much as possible when you have, when you lose a Kyle Smith type kid, but our athletes back there at quarterback are mobile enough to go back to the Nick Downey days a little bit and do some things there. A lot more play action, a lot more maybe ball control instead of big play offense that we had this year. But who knows? Maybe midpoint in the season things will happen. Things will turn around for us a little bit.
The confidence you have, obviously you're relaxed right now, Coach, but we've got this ring right here. There's a state championship ring that all the players, the staff has. Just talk to me a little bit about how you feel now that an air of credibility, maybe more now that you've won a state title, winning just in sections and districts. I mean, what is it? How do you feel?
Once you get one, obviously you want another one, and to defend a title, whether it be a section title, district title, state title, is very, very difficult. I mean, we're coming in this season with a big red target on our back, and our kids know that, and that's good. That's good for us, and it makes our coaching staff work harder, makes the kids work harder. And every time you come out to play, you're going to get the best from your opponents. And it's a challenge. So that's the good part about it. As far as relax go, well, just come around to practice on Monday. I might need a defibrillator this year on the sideline. But it was, once that December 19th, when we walk off that field last year, it was like, wow, 18 weeks this season has gone by so quick. And it was an emotional time with those kids in the locker room, especially the seniors. We got back. Everybody wanted to be around. I said, just give me 5 minutes with our team, in particular our seniors. And I was told them how very proud I was of them. They elevated this program. The bar's been set. Young kids, this is what you have to do to keep it at that level. And we're going to work hard at it. And right after, a week after Christmas, they were back in the weight room and hitting it hard and trying to defend.
Two more questions for you. One is, I got to talk to you December 19th when you guys won the title. I got to talk during a tailgate with a lot of fans. I want to ask you what they mean, but also a special fan of yours is your wife. And I got to talk with her and some of the rituals that you guys do. She talked about before that game how you guys sat down and had coffee early in the morning. And you just talked about the relationship with your wife, because everybody, we see these coaches here, but the wives are so essential to a good program as well. Talk about what your relationship with her a little bit.
First of all, we have fantastic fans, and hopefully this year they'll continue coming out and supporting us and supporting our kids, supporting our program, and supporting all athletics at Lancaster Catholic. And to walk off that field last year and in the snow, and it's coming down a foot of snow there, driving home, and our bus almost lost control, and we had to get plowed into our parking lot. It was a neat feeling, and what a way to end the season. But the tailgate party afterwards, we got off the bus with the state trophy. Everybody wanted us to touch it, and everybody was so excited about it. When we get back to the school, and there's 2,000 fans in the gym waiting for us, and they had a meal for us for the kids. Then I had to drive home in it, and I drive home. I'm talking to my wife Linda and on the phone. She says, take your time, get back. Take your time. I get back. I get up my development, up the slight hill. I couldn't get up there. My son and my brother-in-law, I come out and push me up in my driveway, and get there. There's like 30 people at my house just celebrating and having a good time, and never got to see the whole football game until Thanksgiving Day, when a couple of my buddies came up and their families, and we watched the game, and it was on. I said, just give me 2 hours to watch the game, and we watched it and kind of see neat things on the side. But Linda, she's my wife. She's great. She's a football wife, and she has to be. And she really knows the game of football. And she sits in the stands. Everybody wants to sit around her because she hollers, and she bleeds purple and gold right now. And she's just been a great supporter. Every time I come home at night, she asks how the boy's doing, how my boy's doing, any injuries, and things of that sort. And just really comes out and supports our football program, as my whole family does. My sons do. Kyle right now is the assistant athletic director at Lancaster Catholic, and Brett just moved back, was in Philly, moved to Norfolk, and he's